fake Kelsey Grammer to kick this show off.
Let's cook this pig.
Here we go. Well, hello there, everyone. This is Keith from Keith's Comics, coming to you from the beautiful Keith's Comics warehouse and studio, in which we are going to try to sell you some stuff. Full transparency here. We're going to show you some items one at a time, and if the price we want for it matches your FOMO, your budget, and your ability to type, you can claim it. Make sure you are on the Keith's Comics Network Facebook page. We simulcast on our other Facebook pages, and that's great. We love for you to watch there. But if you want to claim anything, you need to be on the Keith's Comics Network. Rich is here, everyone. All right. Oh, Rich has claimed everything. Show's over. Time to go.
Both shows?
Both shows. Yeah, there we go. Both shows. Time to go. Chris is here with me this evening.
Yep.
He's going to be showing you the books one at a time. Kaylin is over there keeping us on the straight and narrow, making sure that we get the appropriate number of thumbs up. And Cindy's minding her own business. Pablo's here. What's for dinner, Pablo? We don't get to eat until after the show. Cindy has a turkey breast that we cooked earlier today.
Wrapped in bacon.
Wrapped in bacon. Well, there we go. That's got to be a winner, right? Pablo says the dinner was fish and hush puppies. Sounds yeah, that's fantastic. Yeah. What kind of fish? Locally grown crappie, or do you do the store-bought catfish and tilapia situation? Yeah. Yeah. I grew up on Lake Grapevine, so I'm all about the crappie. I think they're there already. Rich, all the stuff you claimed last week was there. I remember going out there. Now, did someone put it in your box? Yeah, I don't know. You might want to check with Jesus about that, and MJC and Beto.
They're shifty.
Yeah, they are. All right, Cindy, go find the fake Kelsey Grammer, and let's get this show started.
Let's kick this pig.
All right, down Periscope, I say.
Keith's Comics.
All right, here we go. Main show is up. Looks like I got audio here. Turn on that other microphone. There we go. All right, let's take a look at. There we go. Let's see. The first item is something I traded for this weekend. It's a pre-packaged. It's called a pedigree collection. It's all 6 parts of the Revenge of the Sinister Six from the McFarlane era run. There was he still on the book at this time?
I think it's Eric Larson.
Yeah, but you can see it's a limited edition, so it's been sealed in this plastic since 1992. Yeah,
sure.
So this is it's 8 issues 18 through 23. Still sealed in the original plastics it came in. We're going to put $60 on this in the store. $50 if you claim it here. Claim Spider-Man Revenge, I think, is the best thing. Hey! All right. Hello from the Permian Basin. All right. There we go. Hello, Larry. Cool. Cool. All right. Next up,
Early Avengers.
Whoa. Hey, is that the Red Guardian?
Yep.
Ho ho! That guy's so cool. Issue 44 of the Avengers. A nice, solid mid-grade copy of that. Look, there's Quicksilver and Goliath. Cap there. Probably a Scarlet Witch. Someplace. Oh, Hawkeye.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Black Widow in the old Black Widow costume, right? Am I seeing that right? That's a lot of stuff going on there. Issue 44 from 1967 is $20, and if it gets out to the store, $15 if you claim it here. Next up,
we got a trade paperback, Fighting American.
Oh my gosh, this is cool. Fighting American. Joe Simon and Jack Kirby decided that, hey, if they're going to relaunch Captain America, this is the mid-1950s. They're not letting us be involved, but we can do our own patriotic superhero. So when they relaunched Cap in 1954, they created the Fighting American. Now, only 3 issues of that Captain America iteration came out, But I think there were 7 issues of Fighting, 6 or 7 issues of Fighting American, all great Simon and Kirby awesomeness. They revisited it in '66, and this volume has those 50s ones and that one 1961, and includes 3 additional things that were never published. So, wow, there you go. From 2011, this is a beautiful copy of this. I'm not sure that it got read more than once, and that was gently. See, it has a original cover price from 2011 of $20, and I would like $20 for it because it's really cool. It's very awesome. Next up,
Ms. Marvel number 10, Fighting MODOK.
no, that was not a CGC, Rich. That was a plastic thing that somebody created and made their own set way back in 1992. No, it's not graded at all. All right, Miss Marvel from 1977, in which she layeth the smacketh upon MODOK. I mean, as silly as MODOK is, he's not as horribly silly here in 1977 as he was in that Ant-Man movie. For goodness sakes, somebody should
focus on his little arms and legs.
Somebody should have poked somebody in the eye over that. Is that Warbird or Deathbird? Deathbird, yeah. Who ended up being the sister of Lalandra of the Shi'ar. Mm-hmm. For this VF minus copy, is that going to be Jim Mooney or Sal Buscema artwork on there? I can't remember.
Mooney.
Yeah, $15 in store, $10 if you claim it here. Next up,
we got our first set of the night, Strange Adventures by Tom King.
Tom King, for a lot of people's hit or miss. I've always enjoyed what he does there. And then he had a Black Label. Was it just more mature stuff, Chris? That with the black,
something like that, or a different take.
Yeah,
on Adam Strange.
So is that? Hi, that's Mr. Terrific.
Mm-hmm.
They're painting over him. This is all 12 issues of that mini maxi series, I guess, at that point, from 2020. Maybe you missed this. All 12 issues. It's going to be $20 in store, or $15. $15 is a huge discount off the cover price. These were like $3.99 or $4.99 at the time, so it cost you a smooth $50 or $15 if you want to read this take by King. Next up,
we got Avengers Quicksilver for all your Quicksilver needs.
Yes. This is a nice, thick graphic novel of some of the best. I'm going to take that back. That's a different one I'm thinking of. This one is Quicksilver series from 1998, and then plus a couple of other appearances around that time period, all in one handy-dandy book. I guess this came out in 2015 when they were going to when Quicksilver was going to be in what?
Age of Ultron.
Age of Ultron, and he was also in the X-Men movies. Yeah. So it's a double whammy Quicksilver, so they're trying to cash in on that little train. So this is a $35 graphic novel. That's the worst Quicksilver costume now that I look at it. Why would you mess with the perfect costume? $10 for this graphic novel if you claim it here. $10. Next up, Fantastic Four 109. Ooh, 109.
Annihilus.
Do you say it Annihilus? I say Annihilus.
Sure.
You say tomato, I say tomato. Issue 109 features John Buscema artwork on the inside of that. From 1971, it's a solid VG copy. $10 in store, and they just don't do colors like that anymore. $8 if you claim it.
Of Jack Kirby's run? It was like 110, I think it was.
No, he would left earlier.
Did he?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, like 101.
Maybe 102, 103, somewhere around in there. Somebody will let us know. Alan will probably know. But yeah, this is I guess Romita is going to do some issues, and Buscema. And Buscema does a good long run here because I know he goes all the way through 121 when the Silver Surfer and Galactus show up again. But here we go. $8 for this cool Fantastic Four, number 109. Next up,
we had the Fantastic Four comic. Now we got the Fantastic Four poster book.
Oh, we just found these in the warehouse. From way back in 2007. Is that the first Fantastic Four movie or the second Fantastic Four movie? I can't remember.
I think that was from Marvel's, actually.
Oh, that is from Marvel's.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Fantastic Four poster book. A whole bunch of cool Fantastic Four related posters, which is timely. I'm glad we found that now as we move up to the Fantastic Four. $6 is the original cover price. So there you go. If you got somebody in your life that needs a poster book.
We have two.
Oh, we have two. So we can take care of two different people on that. The Fantastic Four Silver Surfer poster book. It's not all Alex Ross art. Just a disclaimer here.
Yeah.
There's a whole lot of Kirby and other guys in there
Which
too.
is nothing to sneeze at.
Yeah, right. Alan has jumped in here. Thank you, Alan. Kirby was gone after 102. Yes, you are. That is Big John Buscema, inked by Joe Sinnott. You are correct about all that. I think, was it 102? And then there was a part of another issue that they eventually came back like 40 years later and published as a special.
Yeah, there was something they discovered in their files, I believe.
Yeah. All right, next up.
Next up, Quantum Leap.
Oh, yes. Cindy's favorite show. The show where the Star Trek captain was on before he was out in space. This is Quantum Leap #1. Didn't we just recently lose the other guy there?
Dean Stockwell?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he passed away just recently.
Yeah. So,
He was a child actor.
Yeah.
well, is that right?
Yeah, he acted for a long time.
Wasn't he also blind too?
No.
I'm getting him confused with somebody else. I mean, near blind. I mean, not like actually blind. But Quantum Leap #1 from Innovation Comics. This is from 1991, $6. Beautiful VF copies. We picked up a couple of collections this week, and then we've also been mining like crazy in the warehouse. And we have a lead on a gigantic collection, which will double our warehouse space. See if we get that. So we're working on it. And Cindy's having a stroke over there.
I am having a stroke.
Next up,
hey, Hulk with a great Herb Trimpe cover
there we go.
with the Submariner.
The Submariner. I'm going to see if I can fix this. I'm tired of that. Let's see, option. Oh, that's as high as it'll go, huh? All right. There we go. All right. Hulk 109 with Herb Trimpe. It's probably Trimpe on the inside, too. What does it say? What did I handwrite on that?
What did you handwrite on that? It is loose center.
Oh, loose
hate it
center.
when that happens.
Yeah, that's right. So it makes it a VG copy. Still, it looks pretty good there. Hulk versus Submariner underwater. And who is that? Is that
That's Lorna or whatever her name was.
Yeah, was it his sister or some kind of Atlantean princess of some sort?
Yeah, his girlfriend at the time, I think.
Right. Ish from 1969. This VG copy is $15 in store. If you claim it here, it's only $10. Next up.
Hey, we had a Hulk comic.
Ah,
Great that we have a Hulk poster book.
Hulk poster book. This one's pretty high in demand there because it has a lot of cool Hulk. And then I know the first big poster. These are bigger posters, I think, inside of this one. $15 in store, $12. Get your World War Hulk on. $12 for the Hulk poster book. Next up,
We got 2 issues of the Dolly for Hero restart that they did a while back.
but they always. This is an uno dos tres, so that means one package, 2 comics for $3. You can get a taste of this version of Dial H for Hero. You can tell old school people have infiltrated the modern comics whenever they start to revisit things like Commandy, Dial H for Hero,
I like Dolly for Hero.
Strange Adventures.
I finally got that showcase from the other store, and I had all my adventure comics that had it in there. Those are a lot of fun.
Well, who's not saying there are, but there you go. Dial H for Hero, issue 1 and 2 from the Wonder Comics. That's a relaunch that they did. When was that?
2009?
Yeah, it's pretty long time ago. Next up.
Hey, here comes Daredevil.
Oh, there we go. Issue number, what is that? Number 8?
9.
Not number 9? Number 9?
9.
Number 9. It is in poor, and poor is the lowest grade. I think that it's missing. The front cover is detached from the back cover and from the comic, and I think half or more of the back cover is just floating around back there.
It's a trifecta. Horrible.
Yeah, it's basically a coverless book with half a cover. But there you go, $6 though. It's perfectly readable, except that it looks like it's been through a wood chipper. Well, what are you gonna do? He kept falling down because he's blind. $6 for issue number 9 in poor. That's very low condition. Poor. $6. Next up,
to Blave.
Hello, Glenn. Welcome to the show. Oh, True Love. Number 2 from 1986. This is reprint of public domain stuff for the most part. This includes an Alex Toth story, just a sensational Nick Cardy story in the middle of this, and then Vinny Coletta doing a story with him inking himself, in which you go, dang, that guy could draw.
He was, if he was given time, he could draw gorgeously.
Yeah.
That's a really nice Brent Anderson cover.
So this is a fine plus copy of this. Just a sensational book. If you're a lover of comics or old comics, this needs to be in your collection. $6, $6 or $8 if it gets out to the store.
Nobody claims they drew
Next.
it. That's the weird thing.
Next up.
Captain Marvel, the
Oh.
Android Man.
Oh, wow. That's a beautiful Gil Kane cover. How come they don't do cool covers like this anymore? Wow. Captain Marvel 24 from 1973. Pretty swell looking copy there. VG Plus. It's been read a few times, but look at that. Look at, I guess Captain Marvel's left-handed, leading with the left-handed punch there. $10 if it gets to the store. $6 if you claim it here. Captain Marvel, number 24 for $6. Next up
is Swag Time.
Rich, you like wood chippers? That's cool. Oh, it's swag time. Swag time, swag time. Hey everyone, it's swag time. Swag time. Swag time is the time where we put stuff that whenever I buy collections, you know, you never know what kind of stuff you're going to get in there. So not everything we can put in the stores. So we offer it to you, and many times very, very cheap. All right, what do you got there, Chris?
We got a CD.
There we go,
J-pop.
Pablo. Oh, Pablo, you need some J-pop? This is from 2004.
Finally got a CD.
Finally found a CD. $5 if you are. This is, I guess, is this classic J-pop? It's 20 years old. When did they start calling it J-pop? I guess at least by 2005, 2004, because that's when this came out. This is kind of like those. What were they called? Whenever you,
Retro the name, maybe.
when they would take all the big hits of the day and they put them on
Was it
one.
Hot Pops or whatever
Yeah.
it's called.
Yeah.
Pop Rocks or whatever they.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is music, 1970.
All hits in one place.
Yeah. So $5 if you know somebody in your life. This is still factory sealed for this J-pop classic thing. And Kaylin was telling me that these people worked on Powerpuff Girls. Is that right? Or did I make that up in my mind?
They're like anime openings.
Oh, they did a lot of anime openings. There you go. All right. Next up.
Next up, we got a book, Embroideries by Marjane Satrapi.
Yes, this one's got a torn dust jacket on it. So it was originally $17 cover price. It's a smaller hardcover book by the creator of Persepolis and Persepolis 2, or did they call it?
Yeah, I don't know. I was gonna make a joke, but I got nothing.
All right, $3. Marjane Satrapi. This man, we sold a lot of this book over the years, but here we go. $3. $3. Next up.
We got a Punisher print. Who's punishing?
Is that
It's a
JR with somebody?
I think it's John Romita Jr. and someone painted over it, or maybe he did it.
It's a flare.
Yeah, he was using his new computer painting program. This is a Flair. This is an official Flair poster,
Jumbo
right?
card.
Jumbo card. Yeah, okay.
Let's see if I can see the name of who did it.
It's Flair. It's John Romita Jr. I can
Oh, it
tell
is
just
it is John
I can just tell from the face.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
And it's and that character's name is Punisher on there. So. $3. Next up.
His name is The Punisher. Thank you very much.
Well, you can explain that to me.
Another book.
What is this? I can't even read it.
Senator takes
is that the
takes a
Alpha one?
cigarette break.
Well, I don't even
Oh,
know.
the Minotaur.
What is the minute about?
The Minotaur is still alive, and
Oh.
he's retired into a little community, and he's having a hard time because he still has needs, and so he's.
So he's still bloodthirsty?
No. It says here it is. 5,000 years out of the labyrinth, the Minotaur finds himself in the American South, living in a trailer park and working as a line cook at a steakhouse. No longer a devourer of human flesh, the Minotaur is a socially inept, lonely creature with very human needs. But over a 2-week period, as his life dissolves into chaos, this broken and alienated immortal awakens to the possibility for happiness and the capacity to love.
$3 seems like a high
go.
concept. That should be an HBO series.
Uh-huh.
Next up,
Next up, we got a copy of the British magazine TV Zone.
featuring Doctor Who. Doctor Who. Hey, $3. That's one of the most popular iterations of Doctor Who. There, which Doctor is that? The
David
77th. I can't remember.
Oh, he's a 10th.
He's the 10th.
Yeah.
10th Doctor, and
Austin is the 9th.
oh, okay, there you go. My bad. 10th Doctor, $3 for this. What is this? Probably a $10, $12 magazine.
Something
Next
like
up.
Yeah.
Next up, we're prepping you early for next year's Valentine's Day. Star Wars: A Very Vader Valentine's Day. Just like when we're old school, so whenever we used to be in elementary school, you'd take Valentine's for everybody in your class.
Mom didn't write it either. You had to write it. Mother made me write it all.
So it's for everybody in your life, or for the special person in your life for the rest of your life.
There you go.
There you go.
Into
$3.
swag.
Cecil, welcome to the show. David Tennant was 10 and 14, and who knows?
Oh, that's right. I forgot. He kind of came back.
Batman Gallery.
I want to die.
Doctor, knock, knock. Who's there? Doctor Who. Yes. All right, next
on a
up.
wooden door, and you know it can't work on. What is it? The sonic screwdriver can't work.
Yes,
on
it can work on
Or is
wood.
it slow or
It's
something?
very slow. It
Yeah.
took like a couple of millenniums for them to work their way out of that. All right, for the Batman Gallery features great poster ideas throughout this book, and with a really cool wraparound Casada cover from 1991. This is $9 in store, $6 if you claim it here. It's a nice VF copy. Next up.
Man Thing 21 getting punched in the stomach.
Oh, is that the Scavenger, I think is his name? Really, really lame costume, but, what are you going to do? When you're the bad guy of the Man Thing, you're already got problems. Whatever knows fear burns at the touch of the Man Thing from 1975. This is Gil Kane again, right?
I think so.
Is he doing
Kinda
everything?
look like that.
Nice, solid, fine copy here. Only $6. Start your Man Thing collection today. Next up.
Next up, we got a Predator one shot.
Oh, Invaders from the Fourth Dimension. Is that right? From 1994. A nice VF copy of this. $8 in store. $6 if you claim it here. Predator Invaders one shot. Next up.
Oh, we got 2 copy of old Wizards special about the Joe Madura's video game.
Well, it's not just a special. I did the same thing. It's actually Wizard number 221. If you look at the top left. So you can, this is kind of getting close to the end of the Wizards there, but it does feature a lot of stuff on the Darksiders by Joe DeMar. Did that ever come out, or did he just leave the comics to go work on that and it never came out?
I don't remember.
All right. It also has some Doctor Who and some other kind of stuff. And this is some interesting things about Blackest Night, I believe, if you look on the side there. Issue 221 of Wizard magazine, still in its original plastics from 2010. So 15 years it's been waiting to break out of there. $5, which I think is the original cover price. Next up.
Next up, special Marvel edition. Oh. Right. That's right.
All right, special Marvel edition, because why? Why? Anyone? Bueller?
Thor's Day.
It's Thor's Day.
I got
Thor's
something
Day. Thor's Day. It's Thor's Day. Thor's Day. There we go. Special Marvel edition is a title that was a reprint title back in 1971. It had reprints of Journey into Mystery 123, 124, 125, and 112. I don't know why they didn't do them all in order. That title eventually turns over to its first appearance of Shang-Chi in there. I think is that what, Special Marvel edition number 15?
I think so.
Yeah, so it started off as a super thick reprint book and eventually moved into new material. Number 3 of Special Marvel edition from 1971, $10 in store, $7 if you claim it here. Next up.
Next up, Amazing Spider-Man. Save the Fox.
All right, first appearance of Silver Sable. That's nice, solid, fine copy. Newsstand edition of this from 1985 is issue 265. Let's see, you'd been in the black costume for about a year, I guess, at this point. $15 if you claim it in the store. $12 Just type in claim Amazing Spider-Man 265. And it is kind of important that you guys throw in the issue number. We've had to go rewatch Saturday. We had to go watch some shows because Claim Batman doesn't quite help us out a lot. We have to go back and watch the show.
You know,
It's-
Batman.
It takes effort. We can't do that anymore.
Not whenever, no. I do this because I have no other skills. Next up.
Next up, ooh,
Hey,
a
Ty,
collection
welcome
of
to the
trade
show.
Paperbacks.
Hey, you know what? Hang on just a second. Boom, 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 boom. Old Conan's, get out of my way. 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 Get out the way. Here, throw this up next. There's a reason.
Okay.
All right. Next up is a group of 4 volumes of Earth 2 trade paperbacks. I don't even have good memories of this. Alan, I know this is in your wheelhouse. What was the deal on this deal? Did they just coming out of some kind of crisis? Did they give these characters a shot? This is all 4 volumes. Well, not all 4, but 2 volumes, 1 and 2 of the Earth 2, and then 2 one-shot volumes there. It's original $78 cover prices on these. All 4 of these in toto tonight are $25. 4 graphic novels, barely read, $25. Next up.
Next up, I like the regular.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wait, that's another Quantum Leap #1. Oh, wait, it looks like somebody's interested in that. Okay. Quantum Leap #1, $6. Next up. Yeah, we had 2 of those. Who knew Quantum Leap was so popular?
Just leaping around.
Wow. Wonder Man from
The
19...
one from the beginning of the show.
Oh, yeah, he's coming back and revisiting it.
Just leaped.
Issue, what is this, 1 and 2? Man, when did that Wonder Man show come out? That's pretty soon, right?
Summer, I thought they
Summer?
said.
Okay. Issue #1 from 1999. This one actually has the poster inside of it. It's $10. A nice, beautiful VF copy of this. And then we were going to just throw in a #2. So it's not quite a twofer, but $10 plus this awesomeness of the poster inside. You can put it up and either admire it or throw darts at it. It's your $10. Next up.
Next up, Emerald Dawn 2, Electric Boogaloo. All 6 issues.
Yeah, Emerald Dawn 1 was such a runaway hit. They said, well, let's go back to the well. What do you say? And there we go. Oh, the Trial of Sinestro. I saw some, you've shown that picture of the 2 lanterns.
Mm-hmm.
It's HBO, right, that's doing that
I
show?
think so.
Yeah, and then I was reading the casting on it, and who is Gilbert Dillahunt going to play? I don't know. You know who Gilbert Dillahunt
yeah.
is? Yeah.
He was in everything a few years back.
Yeah, he was.
Terminator TV show and Deadwood, and
Yep.
had his own sitcom.
Yeah,
family
he-
sitcom.
Yeah. What was that one? That was Raising Hope, I think it was. So yeah, Emerald Dawn 2. This is all 6 issues for $7. Claim Green Lantern Emerald Dawn, or just get us close. Claim Emerald Dawn 2.
The guy who plays the Russian?
Yeah, they played the
Yeah.
Russian. That's right. Now you know. From 1989, $7. Next up.
Next up, it almost feels like it's a Quicksilver Knight.
Yeah.
Son of Decimation, Son of M.
Oh, Son of M, coming out of the House of M and all that stuff. There was a new Quicksilver in town, and here's his story from 2006. $14 is the original cover price of this. Barely read VF copy of this trade paperback. $7 if you want to see it. What the heck is going on with that Quicksilver? $7. Next up.
Oh, look, Ultimate Spider-Man.
Whoa,
With the
Ultimate
Venom.
Spider-Man with the guy who wants to eat your brain. Ultimate Spider-Man 36. We should note that even though I didn't put it on there, this is a conditional offering. That's my bad. I didn't put it on there, but you can claim it. But the person who's been buying Ultimate Spider-Man, if he jumps on here, we got a little bit of Garrett bait going on here. $8. Next up.
The Amazing New Adventures of Superman.
Oh,
Who Can't Fly.
classic. Man, look at that. You know what? I just didn't know until I was flipping through this, because this is one of the first series I ever completed. Denny O'Neil wrote these stories.
Huh.
Did you know
I
that?
didn't know he wrote Superman.
He did.
Or for any amount of time. I mean, maybe an issue or two. But
Yeah.
that's
Issue
interesting.
234 from 1971. A really nice, fine minus copy. I think I paid $7 for this in 1982. So there we go. Great bargain for this. $10 in stores, $7 if you claim it here. Oh, there he is. Garrett's about 10 minutes behind us. All right, next up.
Next up, Marvel Comics presents with Wolverine and Spider-Man.
There's a movie that needs to be made. Marvel Comics presents Wolverine number 49. No, it's Marvel Comics presents number 49, featuring Wolverine and a whole bunch of other stories in there, right? It's not all. Yeah, I think there's.
But who cares? It's Wolverine.
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
The other was. It basically was they put a really good story, and then they did it in 5 or 6 parts, and then they had the rest of the book was tryout and stuff they had in
Tryouts or what was it?
inventory.
Inventory stories.
Yeah. So, but it was fun. We got more Wolverine that way. Issue 49 is from 1990. $6 if you claim it here. Next up,
Lightning Round.
Lightning Round. Yeah. All right, Lightning Round. Pablo, go take a nap. Lightning Round is $1, $2, and $3 books. Although I don't think there's many 1s and 2s and 3s tonight. Because we have $1, $2, and $3 bins. The bins are overstock, stuff in lower grade, stuff we don't know what to do with. You check them out sometime when you're in the store. Just thumb through it. It's good. It's good times. All right, what do you got?
First book is $1 book. Image First Spawn.
Oh, Spawn number 1 as an Image First reprint. $1. Next up.
Our only $2 book is a Jimmy Olsen book where Jimmy Olsen is putting a smackdown on Batman and
Man,
Superman.
Look at that. He's just tossing Batman around and giving was it suplex kick there to the Superman? I think this is is this the one with the water damage on the spine?
I think so.
Did I write anything on the back? No.
No.
Okay, there's a different book then. $2 for this Jimmy Olsen. Next up.
Into the $3 books, we got a Ghost Rider.
Oh, look at that cover. That's pretty sweet. All right, $3 for this issue of Ghost Rider, number 71, I think it is. Next up.
Mickey Mouse from Gladstone.
Oh, look at that. That's nice. $3. Next up did we give an issue number of that Mickey Mouse? I can't read it from here. My eyes are too bad.
240.
Issue 240 of Mickey Mouse, $3. Next up.
And an Action Comics 662.
Oh, what? What? You take the glasses off?
What?
$3 that long. And you know what? I'm going to spoil this for some of you. They sold this bill of goods, and then you go through the whole issue, and he doesn't reveal it to the last panel. So you got to buy the next issue to see what happened. $3. Next up.
Here's X-Men 170 where Storm becomes the leader of the Morlocks.
Yes, she pokes out Callisto. Is that her name?
Yeah.
Other eye. Because Callisto brought a knife to a storm fight. $3. Next up.
Hey, we got Cobra number 1.
Cobra number 1. I think this was created by Jack Kirby. I think he did that stories on the inside.
Wasn't the Cobra organization that was in DC before that?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
This is the first appearance of Cobra for sure. So only $3. All right. First issue. I mean, it's a nice copy, but it's not minty. $3. Next up.
We got Fantasy, number 1 from Warp Graphics.
The Warp Graphics are the people that brought you ElfQuest. This is some fantasy stuff and some sci-fi stuff. It's issue number 1 from 1986, I believe it is. $3. Next up.
We got X-Force Kill Shot.
Oh, so, some things are starting to come back to us in collections. There's Deadpool, Cable, and that version of X-Force. I think there's nothing wrong with this book. I didn't know what to do with this, so I threw it in the show. $3. Next up.
We got a Brave and the Bold with Batman and Green Arrow and Robin and the bird about to claw Batman's eyes.
Yeah, how many copies of this do you have?
I don't know if I have this one.
Uh-oh.
This may be a conditional also.
$3. What is the Brave and the Bold number on that? 185, something like that.
185.
185. $3. Next up.
Excalibur 36.
Just a random issue of Excalibur. Because if you're putting your collection together, we're going to do it for you cheap. $3. Next up.
We got a Tales of the Teen Titans 47.
Oh, yes. So only 3 issues past the unveiling of the Nightwing disco costume. still early on in that. And the end of Hive, I doubt that seriously. $3 for this Tales of the Teen Titans. Next up.
We got a king size special of Sergeant Fury, number 4.
Ooh, oh, this is the one that's brittle.
Yeah.
Because it got a big stain on the. It looks like somebody dropped some Kool-Aid on it.
It went to war.
And it went to war, yeah. And it's just super brittle where that water hit it. Still, only $3 for this king size special from 1968. $3. Next up.
We got New Teen Titans 24 with the Omega Men.
Oh, nice. But no Lobo.
No.
All right, New Teen Titans. Look at that's still got great George Perez artwork though, right? $3. Next up.
Hey, we got a Prince Valiant, number 1 with a Kaluta cover.
Ooh, sweet. These weren't reprints, were they? There was all new stuff, right?
I don't remember.
Still, it's a number 1, $3. Next up.
I'm going to have to dig in and look at it.
You own that cover? That's pretty cool.
Punisher 17.
And what was your home address again? Punisher.
And where do you keep it?
Yeah. And you haven't shoot us the code of your system there. Punisher number 17. That looks familiar. Who did the art on that?
Pistachio?
Bless you.
I don't know. It's all a bunch of scribbles. I can't see.
There you go. $3 for this issue, Punisher number 17. Next up.
We got the Ferret number 1 die cut cover.
You can see the right-hand side is die cut into the shape of his face. It's peak 90s shenanigans
I gotta
for
take
you.
it out and show everybody. What's really funny is the writer is a guy by the name of R.A. Jones. R.A. Jones, through like the 70s and 80s, was the most voluminous letter writer. He wrote so many letters to all different comics that they basically went, hey, if you know so much, why don't you be a writer? And he wrote Scimitar and Ferret and a few other things. He was okay, but it just struck me as funny.
I love that. $3. Next
Marvel
up.
Masterpieces.
Marvel Masterpieces. More. These were from the trading cards.
Uh-huh.
These are. Look at that Joe Jesco art, right? Mm-hmm. Look at that. $3 for Marvel Masterpieces, number 2, I believe it is. Next up.
And the Darkness number 1.
Oh yeah, the Darkness number 1. This is a kind of an expensive book, Silvestri stuff there, but this one has a few dings on the spine. Doesn't happen to anybody else.
Not because I'm special. Music is in
Whatever you say, Short Bus.
$3 for Darkness number 1. Next up.
Iron Man 173, the last of our lightning round.
Oh, the last of the lightning round. This is the issue where Stain finishes taking over from Stark. Is this the ultimate culmination of that Demon in a Bottle storyline? It just went to hell for like 5 years for him, right?
I think so.
And eventually it turns into Armor Wars. Mm-hmm. I think that's how all that went down. You can see they changed it to Stain Incorporated, and then they kind of morphed all those stories together for that first and second Iron Man movie.
Yeah.
All right. There you go. $3 for that, and that's the lightning round. All right. Next up.
Shy Cyblade, number 1.
Well, actually, this is Battle of the Independents, number 1, featuring She and Cyblade. And what's cool about this is it's from 1995, but the Battle of the Independents is this big battle with all the independent comic book characters. So this book has Bone in it. It has, name somebody. It has,
Was it Ogata Negra? Is he in there?
I don't know if he was in there, but Usagi Yojimbo is.
Oh, cool.
So, what was that? Scud, the undisposable.
I never saw an issue of that comic, or was it Zen?
Yeah,
I never saw those on the shelf.
All that stuff was in. This is issue number 1. There was a Battle of Independence, Cyblade She, and Battle of Independence She Cyblade. Both crazy stuff going on inside of that. $10 in store, $7 if you claim it here. Next up,
Brave and the Bold 186.
Cerebus is in there, Pablo. Yes. Brave and the Bold 186, the next issue featuring Hawkman. Which version of Hawkman looks like that? Who are they fighting? So the
Fadeaway Man.
Fadeaway Man. I'm not familiar with that, and I have a pretty good repertoire of super lame DC villains in my brain. Newsstand copy of this, $6. Next up,
We got a Submariner, Marvel Masterworks.
I'll have to go look and see if Faust is in there. there's
Oh,
a couple
man.
there's a couple of panels where there's just so much going on. This is the Submariner Masterworks.
Astonish.
It has all the tells to astonish stories, plus that Daredevil #7 with Submariner in it. All of this was a $25 cover price on this back in 2011. $15. What a good deal for everybody here. Submariner. Look at that nice painted cover. $15. Next up.
Batman Madness.
Oh, this is the original one-shot from 1994, featuring that great team-up that goes on to do Long Halloween, right?
Uh-huh.
And what else? They did one of the really big...
I had to move the sticker too because the mouth of the pumpkin is the bat.
Oh, yeah. Now I can't unsee it. All right, $12 for this, or $9 as low bend sale. Is that right? Am I remember that right? $12 in store, $9 if you claim it here from 1994. Next up.
Cosmic Powers.
Yes,
1 through
Scud the
6.
Disposable Assassin. Thank you. I had it wrong. Thanos, featured in Cosmic Powers. That's the name of this story. It's a 6-issue story which featured a different cosmic character in
Jack
each
of
one.
Hearts and Silver Surfer. And
Tyrant and
Yeah. There's like 6 of
Nova.
them. Each one has its own
Yeah.
issue.
With a nice looking Thanos picture there. From 1994, beautiful VF, all 6 issues. $25 in stores. $18 if you claim it here. Next up.
Next up, Superman 293. You tell them, Superman, they don't need to get a drop of water.
Oh my gosh, this is the penultimate, the ultimate, if you will, Super Dick cover. My gosh, this is a classic. Issue 293, a nice solid mid-grade copy there. $6 for if you don't have any other Super Dick cover in your collection, you need this one. $6 for Superman number 293. Next up.
Hey, we got another king-size special Sergeant Fury. D-Day.
All right. Yeah, this one's a special number 2 from 1966. Pablo, do you have the cover of this one too? Unfortunately, that has a lot of paste up on it, so it might not be as cool as that other cover. A nice solid VG copy of this, $15 in store, $10 if you claim it here. And that's packed full of Sergeant Fury howliness. $10. Next up.
Lois Lane 42.
Lois Lane number 42. What is the deal on that? Is that really true that they got taken back to teenage years, or is this a retelling of a story where she dated Superboy? Oh my! Issue number 42 from 1963. So been read a lot. VG minus copy. $10. $10 in store. $6 if you claim it here. You own a page from that book. That's nice. Let's see. Pablo says, yeah, I remember seeing Ash. I don't remember seeing Jeff Bird. Cascade, Eudemon, Phone Bone. Yeah, there we go. Glory, Grifter, Hellboy's in there. Hellshock is in there. Wow, that has. Oh yeah, I did see Milk and Cheese and Megaton Man. There's a lot of people in that book, Battle of the Independence. I gotta go dig some more of those out. That's a pretty cool book. All right, $6 for Lois Lane, number 42. Next up.
Next up, Ultimate Spider-Man 37 with all Venom.
Oh
on the cover.
my. Look at that. He's going to get a sore throat with that. Issue number 37 from 2003. $6. Conditional offering there. If Garrett's still here, he probably can't live without this book in his collection, unless he already has it. You can claim it, but Garrett might jump in front of you. Next up.
Next up, we got Batman and Robin.
Yeah, thanks for that list, Pablo. Appreciate that.
236.
Oh my. Look at that. That's a Neil Adams greatness cover there. From 1971, issue 236 of Batman features a Robin story in there. VG copy, $25 in store, $20 if you claim it here. While the City Sleeps. Neat O'Keen. Next up.
Next up, series of one-shots, Marvel Snapshots.
Oh, yeah. So this is, it's described as the spiritual successor to Marvel's. It's curated by Kurt Busiek, but there's a lot of different writers on there. There are 8 parts to this, but the collection we just got in only had 6. But they had the 6 that we have all have Alex Ross covers on them. Mm-hmm. So it's a story featuring the characters of each one of these. And this is the X-Men, Spider-Man, Fantastic Four, Submariner, Captain America and the Avengers versions of this. It tells the story of how classic stories affected just regular people wherever that story happened. Like I was flipping through the Captain America story, and that was during the Mad Bomb. I don't know if you remember that, but as around issue 200 or somewhere right in there, a great Kirby story, and it says what happened while Captain America and Falcon were taking care of the Mad Bomb. What was happening to the city that was affected by it? Pretty cool stuff. 6 issues of these one shots, $18 in store, $12 if you claim it here. Next up.
Blue and gold, 1 through 8.
Ty, you are mean. That's very mean.
Oh, that's 3.
3? What?
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Issue
1 through 8.
1 through 8. Blue and gold. I mean, we only have 3 items left in this show. Oh my goodness gracious. This is all 8 issues of that miniseries from 2021. $25 in store, $17 if you claim it here.
Yeah, Dan Jurgens and Ryan Sook did that.
Ty's trolling me over here. Next up,
book number 2.
2.
Man Thing.
Oh, you make my heart sing. Oh, look at that. Cool cover from 1975. This is a really nice copy of this, a fine plus. $15 in store, $10 if you claim it here. Pablo, don't jump on the bandwagon. I know where your stuff is. $10 for Man Thing, number 17. Next up.
Last book of the night, Batman 240.
Batman 240. All right. Another nice copy, VG Plus. Why did I put that right over Batman's face?
I did. I thought it was funny.
Oh, okay.
I did it with the last one too. I just put it over. I thought it was kind of funny.
It's Batman got to you.
We've seen Batman. We know what he looks like.
This has the craziest Robin story in the middle of it that no way they could do it today. Oh my gosh. So you can go look at it online. I'm not even going to talk about it anymore. Issue 240 of Batman featuring Robin from 1972 is $18 if you claim it here. If it's in the warehouse, it is lost forever. That's for sure. Batman and Robin 240, $18 for this nice copy of that. All right, there we go. Another show in the books. Thanks a lot, everybody, for jumping in and taking the time to look at our show. I'm Keith from Keith's Comics. Chris has been over there showing you the books.
I am.
Kaylin's been keeping us on the straight and narrow over there. And Cindy's been minding her own knitting over there. Make sure you come out and check out our stores over the weekend. We would really appreciate that. We have a second show coming up after this one. We will shut this one down and take about a 5 or 10 minute break while Cindy sets up everything. And it'll be all variants on that show. If you're a collector of variants, you might want to peek in on that show. It goes very fast, and we just push on through that show. And then I don't have a pop-up show, but if you missed last Saturday's pop-up show, go back and watch it. And I think we still have a few things left over from that. Yes, it is mostly like the warehouse they put the Ark of the Covenant in, 100%. For Keith's Comics, I am Keith. If I don't see you in the stores, I'll see you next time.
If only it was all in crates.
Wow, Chris, looks like we don't get to have any craft services yet. We got to get back out there. They want another book.
Another book? We got a book.
You got one, right?
Got a book.
Hey, Ty, even throwing in some. Good to see you. What do you got?
Avengers 21.
Avengers 21.
Power Man.
The first appearance of that version of Power Man. They reused the name several times in the next 25, 30 years. From 1965, this issue number 21. First appearance. It's a low grade, a reader copy. Still, cool book. From 1965, only $6.
Would you say it's cool as the other side of the pillow?
I would say it's cool as the other side of the pillow. Yes, it was. Yeah, that's great, Pablo. We got 4. You guys, now if y'all can just teach Larry how to do it, you guys will always have an extra book. All right, there we go. Thanks a lot, everybody, for coming by. We'll see you in about 10 minutes or so for the variant show. For Keith's Comics, I am Keith, and I'll see you next time.
Keys Comics.